Good afternoon YouTube, Xfile2708 back again with another packages video. These 4 items here are all eBay pickups. I have opened them all. Obviously I wanted to get feedback etc. Left for the sellers as soon as possible, so just literally open them up off camera just to make sure they were what I purchased. So as I say guys, 4 items, 4 more additions towards my full PAL Mega Drive collection. First one, really pleased to get hold of this one. This is one of the harder sports titles to track down on the PAL Mega Drive. Probably in the last couple of years I've only seen 1 or 2 of these come up, and while I've been looking the last few months, the only one I've seen has been on a buy it now for $49.95. So I've not really had the opportunity to see if that's an average sort of price, because it's just one that doesn't come up very often. So I'd held out buying it at $49.99, and then late last week, I saw one come up, and I think it was the same one that's been $49.95. The seller had relisted it by the looks of it at $24.99. Buy it now or best offer. So being the cheeky chappy I am, I thought, okay, $24.99 is probably a very good price for this game, as it really doesn't come up that often. But being a cheeky chappy, I'll put a best offer in, and I offered him £18, and he came back less than an hour later, I think it was, with offer accepted. So really pleased to finally track this one down, and it is ATP Tour. So the blue label. So that's that one there, wee willy winky at the top. And this one's absolutely pristine condition. Really, really nice. No sticker peel, no creases in the manual. So that's that one there. And the back of the box, guys. There we go. So listed on the Retro Collect website is very rare, this one, and definitely one that I'd agree with there. So, you know, there is the odd disparity on the Retro Collect website as to rarities, etc. But I think it's something that, you know, probably needs revisiting from when it was originally done. But yeah, for me, I'm really chuffed to get that one. So ATP Tour. Next one. One that's fairly common, but it's one that's one of these ballistic cardboard box releases. So I've held out for quite some time now to try and find one in as nice a condition, you know, that I want for the collection. And this one came up the other day. From the photo, it looked really nice condition. Looked as though it had all of the paperwork, etc. inside. Again, this was a buy it now of £8 or best offer. So whenever I see a best offer, unless it's ridiculously cheap, then I always do try to, you know, get a couple of quid off with a best offer. And I managed to get this one for £6, and it is Hardball. So I've got Hardball 3 in the cardboard box ballistic release, but I haven't got Hardball, and it's in absolutely immaculate condition. So I can do the old blue tonic and show you around the box. There we go. Really, really nice condition. A lot of these cardboard boxes get battered to pieces over the years, but, you know, to me this is almost new condition. It's got everything inside, as I say. So it's got the original cards for the other ballistic releases. It's got the ballistic registration card. It's also got the consumer and warranty information, and there's also a US Gold Limited Stroke Sega, don't know, selling points card. So that's that one there. That was in there as well. Manual is absolutely immaculate as well. So there we go. And then, of course, you got the game with the inlay tray. So just a very small rip in this corner here, but you do tend to find that a lot with these cardboard box releases when people lifted the cartridge out the tray over time that, you know, they got a little tear or quite big tears in some of them. But this is, you know, apart from that little rip, it's absolutely pristine condition. So let me just put all that back together again. So as I say, that was a buy it now, £8, but I got it on a best offer for £6. And there we go, for everybody that likes to see some screenshots. There we go, back when sports titles were enjoyable to play, these were. So that's that one there. And the final two, guys, was a pair of games that I saw. Many thanks to Tris Bates, who I recently did a trade with and got the Japanese limited edition stroke rare Sega Dreamcast. He got in touch with me to say, these two games are on your list. I've found a set on eBay selling as a pair, and they seem to be a really good buy for the money. Now, just to give you an example, guys, prices lately for Mega Drive games seem to have been going through the roof, which is really bad timing for me because I'm down to the last 20 plus that I need for the full collection. A Blue Label World Championship Soccer 2 came up a couple of weeks ago. Now that's as rare as anything. I think Ashley Escort said there's maybe 3 or 4 copies of that known in the world. I know somebody who's got it in their collection that paid, I think, just under £700. And one came up, it was either from Hungary or Germany a couple of weeks ago, and that went for £808. So that's example number 1. Example number 2 of high prices is Punisher recently. That's always been, it's always been one I've looked for, but never really had the finances to afford it in one go. And again, I was watching an auction last weekend. Typically, that'll go for £100 to £120. I've seen it as low as 80 without the manual, but you know, for these last expensive ones that I need, I'm really adamant that I want to get them complete and you know, in excellent condition. So there was an auction for Punisher. That went last weekend at £163. So that's going considerably more than it normally averages. And then there was also, what was the other one? The other one was Alien Soldier. I think when I brought my copy, maybe 12 months ago, if that, it was averaging about £50, I think it was. I saw one the other day. I didn't see what it finished at, but still with 4 or 5 days to go, it was over £70. So some really, I wouldn't say silly prices, but that they certainly seem to be going up in price compared to what they normally go for. Now, one of these games that's part of this double set that I brought usually averages £35. So it's one that I've looked at for a long time, so I know that's the going rate. Now last weekend, one of these, so it wasn't any kind of variant or misprint or anything like that. I'm presuming, you know, there was possibly some sort of auction fever about it. You know, a couple of people really wanted it, got a bit carried away, and up the price went. Like I say, this usually averages £35, and last weekend a copy sold for £102. So again, prices going up and up to, you know, what I consider silly money for some of these titles. So this title that sold for £102, I managed to get as part of this set that Tris Bates very kindly gave me a heads up to, and I managed to get both of these titles for £49.99 on a buy it now. So literally £25 each. So I'll show you them together and then I'll show you them individually. So here we are, guys. So Aero the Acrobat 1 and 2. So first of all, Aero the Acrobat 1, guys. This normally goes for around the £30 mark complete. So this one was complete. I think it was really nice condition as well. Yep, in really nice condition. All complete, nice manual. So pleased with that one. Like I say, £25 each, and this one averages, you know, £30 most days. So that was Aero the Acrobat 1. There's the screenshots on the back. So that was that one. And this one, which I say, last weekend, a single copy of this on its own went for £102. I now have it in my collection. And this one's a little bit... it said in the description that the manual had obviously had some water damage over time, but the manual was readable and all the individual pages opened. So, seeing as this averaged £25 when you know combine the two prices together, pardon me, I was quite happy to pay the £25 for it as opposed to hang around for the next auction, which potentially will be another £100 plus. So Aero the Acrobat 2, and this is the standard European version as opposed to the Australian version, which I think there's one copy of at the minute, which has got the very light stroke pale blue manual and the G rating on the front as well. So this is the real McCoy European version. So show you inside. Cartridge is nice and tidy actually, no problems at all with the cartridge, and as you can see there's some crinkling on the manual, but I checked the manual before doing this video and it all opens up no problem at all, and you know it's passable condition. So for me, I'm quite happy to class that as one in my collection. So there's a sticker on the back, and the sticker seems to be on the case itself rather than the cover, so I'm guessing that will come off without too many problems, and it's, I don't know, it looks as though it might even be a, I don't know, a Portuguese or a Spanish label. So that's some history to it, where it might have come from. So there we go. And there's a show you the close-up of the sticker, so you may shed some light on it. There we go. But yeah, really chuffed to get that one in the collection, and you know, if I'm going by what the latest selling prices are at £25, this was an absolute steal. So there we go, guys. 4 more Pound Mega Drive games towards the full collection. So many thanks to Tris Bates for giving me the heads up on that one. I know that was 2 titles you needed for your collection, matey, but you did say in your mail that that you'd rather they went to a serious collector of them that was going for the full collection. So many thanks for getting back in touch and sending me the link through. So there we go, guys. Like I say, 4 more towards the full collection. So that puts me on 19 left now for the full collection. 1 more on the way at the moment, and I think 2 more auctions I'm watching on the bay at the moment as well. So again, numbers coming down nicely now, guys. So below the magical 20 mark. So Ninja Bear Hug, you better get your ass into gear. So there we go, guys. That's my packages for today. So as always, many thanks for watching, and I'll put up another video shortly. Bye for now.